Okay, so he entered the mansion. Druid is waiting outside. By the time he reaches the inner sanctum of the manor, Taoluo premonition has become a certainty. For whatever reason, the house is clearly empty. Yeah, Liu probably let everyone out, so they can have just duel. Perhaps it would be more appropriate to wonder what went wrong rather than fear a trap. Also, I wonder if Liu actually wants to fight him, because it seems like he wants Taoluo to actually put really together. So maybe he will just... Maybe there's no Liu in this mansion actually. Maybe there's only the Gynoids, and they're basically like a, let's say, quote quote, a present for Taoluo, so he can get really back together, and then he will fight him or something. I still don't get his thing. The previous episode is probably not up yet, so if you commented on this, then sorry, I cannot relate yet, but yeah. Without lowering his guard, Taoluo creeps through the abandoned house and eventually makes his way to what appears to be a master bedroom. Judging by the decor, this is likely Liu's bedroom. Here, at last, Taoluo finds a clue as to what happened here. The unmistakable aftermath of a fierce battle. Oh, he finds Bean, okay. Throwing weapons are strewn across the floor, with more stuck into the ceiling and wall. Darts and flying axes, all the assassin tools used by Bean Vexin. The handed weaver must have done battle here. Yeah, I guess Liu. Casting his gaze about the wide bedchamber, the first thing that catches his eye is a motionless doll, or rather the remains of one. Oh, okay, which one is non-active? Which one got transferred? The giant is one of two that Taoluo seeks, the one that was in the beam possession. Okay, so they transferred Lysa into Ruili. Okay, so that was that way. That makes more sense, I guess. But also, Liu saying goodbye to Ruili, it could indicate the other way around. But yeah, I guess it changes her personality a bit, so... yeah, could be a goodbye for the current version, as I said previously. From the unnatural way it is spawned out of the sofa, it is clear that the power had been cut. A sticky substance is oozing from every orifice of the doll's skull, some of it dripping to the floor. The melted remains of the organic memory must have hardened again after being exposed to the air. These are the traces of the rave porn, which Taoluo himself had seen several times before. This dull memory had been already drained. He's not very surprised. I would expect him to actually go very worried and stuff, you know, this is drained already and he cannot bring her back. But seems like he's aware that it can be transferred to any Gynoid, so he probably can think of yeah, Liu took this part, guess. Looking around some more, Taolu realizes that the room desk chair is facing the wall for some reason. Slowly and carefully, he circles the chair and examines the person sitting in it. It's been Vexin. His head dangles limply, as though he's taking a nap, but his wide-open eye is staring blankly off into the void. He appears to have no external injuries, but if he died by neural malfunction or failure of his life support system, it would have the same, so it would have left some sort of trace. Taoluo can think only one thing that could kill a heavily modified cyborg with this little visible damage, the method that he himself knows better than anyone. Yeah. Liu still can use it. He knows of only one other who has mastered that secret technique. It should be impossible, however, for that man to use Negyunkan now. Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought he's unable to use it before as well, because that's information that Taoluo gave us. He don't know exact specifics of his body right now. But the man who killed Bean and the man who drained the memory of his Gynoid are likely one and the same man. And it is only natural to suspect the only other person who could be accepted to be here, the master of this bedroom. Yeah, pretty much. Alright. As Tauluo frowns in confusion, something strange catches his eye. Something small and pink is poking out from Bean's deaf, twisted lips. Oh? Using the tip of his sword, Tauluo carefully pries open Bean's mouth. Now free, the single peach blossom fluttered to the floor. Oh, this is like the invitation, basically. I have really, come and find me. This is like just the just confirmation for Tauluo. Tauluo can see that the dry cavity is packed with full of flowers. Yeah. That is all Tauluo needs to fully understand the message that was left by whoever killed the bean. He has no more business here. Perhaps expelling his anger and having failed to claim revenge by his own hand, Tauluo swept blade once through the air. Yep, and he cut off the head of Bean. Oh, and the flower petals scattered. Okay, wow. Bean head pops free from the corpse, sending the peach blossoms inside his throat flying through the room. This side of the flowers, billowing about like a storm of pink feathers, is reminiscent of the peach garden in full bloom. By the time the last petal had aligned upon the floor, the room is once again empty, save for the dead. Wow, okay. And this is the place where they were training and stuff, right? In the past. This shrine or like this place. No, it's not a shrine, it's like alcove, I guess. Alcove. It's the same, I think. The wind whips more fully through that dead garden. Oh, that's actually a new chapter or something. Yeah, this thing is a chapter, right? Perhaps satisfied, after spewing their poisons over the earth, the thick cloud had blotted out the sky are gone, swept away during the calm after the storm. Now the brilliant full moon is free to light up the night. Bathed in dazzling moonlight, dead tree stands back and twisted. Barren of leaf and blossom, the pollution-tarred trees resemble the crawling fingers of men suffering from some rare illness. A horde of diseased hands, reaching desperately for the shimmering moon. Yeah, this is the same place, it's all of them. Lee, what's your agenda? I don't get this. Why would you do that to her? Like, what the hell? Who could imagine that those peach trees once bloomed in stunning pink majesty? Only those who recall finding comfort in this garden elegance of old have the privilege to mourn its ruin. One such man now reclines in a half-gasped gazebo, gazing out over the wasted garden with no less adoration that he held for it in the days of its glory. I wonder, like, why this garden is dead, actually. Like, because this seems to be secured area, right? So it shouldn't change that much. Unless, like, Liu was, like, the only one who's, like, been, like, caring for this, and then he just stopped and just died out, naturally. Because in this area it should, like, forever, like, beautiful and just, like, have, like, cycle, right? Liu Haojun, the Fuzanku of the Qingyun society, but surely there are none who will call him that now. He has leaped into the destruction of society, to which he swore loyalty, and brought all who followed him to ruin, and there is no hint of guilt or sorrow in his quiet gaze. Yeah, he has some kind of like weird higher agenda here. The object of the demon eyes, Syrian gaze, is a white figure, wandering aimlessly through the trees like a lost spirit. In the cold, revealing light in the moon, the white satin of her gipao makes her glow like a deep sea fish swimming through the abyss. Yeah, she's definitely having some kind of emotions now. She never did that face before. Okay, how did she change after getting transferred to the memory of the other one? We don't know what the other giant actually experienced in being possession, right? We don't know what kind of emotion she had. Because we know like the others had like fear and stuff. She is the giant really, the mechanical doll upon whom Liu has bestowed the name and face of his beloved. If she's your beloved, then what the fuck? Liu, you need to explain stuff. Before she could neither speak nor feel, but only stare blankly off into the void. But now her face is wet with tears. Oh. Is she searching for Taoluo? The whisper that escaped from between her sobs are carried off by the wind to die. Yeah. Damn. Again and again, she pleads desperately, vainly with the empty air. Even should someone answer her cries, she would not understand their words. Her torment now is born of boundless heartache and overwhelming loneliness that return to her without any warning. Yeah, okay. So there was like a feeling of loneliness and just like wish for Taoluo to find her and help her. Why would you do this to her? Yet she still lacks the ability to understand its source. Her soul contains only 2 of the 5 fragments, but her pain and sorrow are whole and unchanged, just as they were when she was Kong really. How? It doesn't make sense, Liu. Nothing did like come back to how it was before. What the fuck? I guess like, okay, the only part that is like actually like in the past right now is the thing that she's been waiting for her brother. Because her brother was like, Taolu was always like on like his missions, on like assassination missions and stuff for the society, and he was never home, and she was waiting for him to come back. So this is exactly the same as it used to be, but everything else is totally different. Liu speaks to himself as though in a dream, his memories carrying him far into the past. Is his smile one of scorn for her grief? Or is it a twisted expression of love? Alas, heart of the demon-eyed Adonis is beyond the ken of mortal man. On that day? Oh? Okay, we didn't have this backstory. So this is probably after Taoluo died, maybe? Like, died, like, he just like gave her like the info that Taoluo died or something? Or maybe she did not wanted to be with Liu. Maybe she didn't want to marry him. You can see how he's like worried and surprised and like, you know, like what they're saying. So it's like, yeah, so it seems like she acknowledges. So Leo actually like loved her and stuff, and she acknowledges that, but she doesn't feel the same for him, and that's why it's tormenting her, because she feels like she's at fault or something for like not being able to give back what she received.
誰も
Maybe.
私を愛してだから私のいるこの場所が楽園だって
Okay.
あの人は信じて疑わないならいっそ地獄に落ちたかった 炎で焼かれたかった
And Leo just did that. Wait, so everything that happened to her was like on her wish? What? Like she felt like she's like too secure, like having like too much love or something. What the fuck?
そうやって私が泣いて助けを求めれば
Are you serious?
あの人だって気づいてくれたかもしれない
So she thinks that Taoluo didn't like wanted to be like near her and like he's always on the missions and not like really paying attention to her just because he thinks that she's like happy anyway. And if she will like start crying, being tormented and stuff, then he will realize that this is not that good and she wants actually him to come back and pay attention to her. That's like the most fucked up plan you could think of. Really, what the fuck? You could precise like what you want that like to happen to you. So you wouldn't be like getting handled over like 5 guys and then like split into the parts. Like just give some like other solution. What the fuck?
いつだって俺が思い出すのは泣いている君ばかり。当然かもな。あの頃から君の笑顔は奴にだけ向けたものだったんだから。
Okay. This is twisted. Ryu leaves the gazebo, moving as if in a trance. This is so twisted. So it's actually her doing? I mean, Leo doing, but he agreed it to what really wants to do. What the fuck? So when he said that he did it for Ruili, was actually the truth. Like Ruili wanted Taoluo to recognize her, and what the fuck? Okay, I did not expect that. Before he knows it, his feet have carried him to the weeping girl's side. The scant distance to her trembling shoulders is one that he can never hope to cross. Unconsciously, he had recreated even the impossible gulf that always existed between them.
でもご覧よ。君が囚われていた世界はもう楽園でも何でもない。見ての通り。ほら。ここは君が望んだ通りの。
This is so fucked up. His voice is soft and gentle, as though to soothe her grief. But the sobbing doll can't answer, not even understand the meaning of his words. Knowing that it's futile, Liu Haojun nevertheless continues to speak. He pours out his emotions as they come, casting them into the empty void, from which not even the echo returns. Such as a tranquil manifestation of his madness. Yeah, he's mad.
君を焼いた豪華の熱さ、その苦痛も絶望も甘さすやつに伝わった。もう待たされることはないよ。ほどなくやつは駆けつける。君を救うためだけに何もかも投げ打って。
So if you think about this, this is actually like very twisted form of love from Liu and Ruili. Like this is like extremely twisted form of love. Holy shit. He literally put her into the hell just to like make her wish come true. What the actual fuck? Oh, he have this like, oh yeah, like rapier. With the soft sound of steel clearing sheath, Liu draws his sword in a single smooth motion, and raises it above his head as though offering a prayer. Although his western rapier is one-handed sword designed primarily for thrusting, that does not change the essence of its use. Such a weapon is well suited to a master of the Daitan swordplay.
全ては君の望むがままに。守備よく結末に至った後は、ルイリー、この俺にも微笑んで。
Yeah, because she always smiled for Taolu only. So he did this so she can like smile for him as well. Like, there's so many layers in this. What? This is so twisted. This is not the master plan I thought I would hear. So seems like really this is true mastermind behind everything, and Ryu just made it happen. He just decided, yeah, you know what? I'm going to be evil just because you asked me, and I will do so many horrible things to you just because you asked. Yeah, he's unstable, he's mad. But also, if you think about it, he's in a way kind of devoted to his cause and to really, in some way. You know, it's like a lot of like layers of being twisted and also loving and also twisted, but mostly twisted. Yeah. As he stares into the blade, it's still shining coldly in the moonlight flames, born with a serene intensity in Liu's eyes. Let me know in the comments, what do you think actually about the situation? Do you think like both Really and Liu are mad, or just Liu is mad and really didn't really meant what she said, and he just like interpreted that like that, and he just like, you know, did what he did, or they actually agreed on stuff and actually did the thing together? Let me know in the comments, what do you think? It's so twisted, there's so many layers in this.
俺は君が求め欲した通り、この世を地獄に変えた。
Pretty much, yeah.
だがな、君のためだけに終わらせたりはしない。君と同じ地獄に奴もまた突き落とす。骨の髄まで焼き尽くしてやる。
Okay.
君を焼いたのと同じ火で。
Damn. His rapier suddenly darts through the air like the young sweetfish, scattering silver moon in its wake. In the flesh, a dead branch is severed, then blasted to dust by a flurry of glittering thrusts. Liu blade does not simply slice the suspended branch into the pieces, but literally disintegrates it, leaving behind not a single fragment of sufficient mass to fall to the ground. Holy shit. So he basically mastered what Tao Luo tried to master back in the day, to cut the amount of like flower petals that's coming down, right? But he just made this like into extreme levels. They're all carried off the wind. Such speed and skill are of course unattainable by those of ordinary talent. This godlike kung fu is a testament of the ability of the Neji swordsman, once hailed as the greatest genius of his age.
早く来い、コンタオロ。我らが姫君はお待ちかねだ。最後の供物が供されるの。
I have a feeling like his final gift, like, because it's all about like, yeah, really, you know, you wanted hell, so I will just like murder Tao Luo in front of your eyes, and that will be hell for you, like, none other. Yeah, he's bad. He's very bad, yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's quite a thing. After appropriating the lone SV left abandoned Liu's manor, about 20 minutes of racing through the cloudless night brought Tao Luo to the Kong estate and the Kunlun mountains on the banks of the lake Yangcheng. It strikes him it is his first visit home since returning to Shanghai. You do know this house, you do know really.